Hello, everybody. My name is Malcolm, and I'm all cuddled up in my bed right now. I just watched the latest episode of Celebrity Apprentice, and it was amazing. I took some notes because, as I had already announced in a previous video, um, I am gonna review the first episode, and it was fucking dope. Everybody knows I'm rooting for Omarosa. Did I say that? Well, now you know. I'm rooting for Omarosa. So she fucking killed. Like, she came in the boardroom. She had a strategy. The bitch knew what she was doing. And I was like in my bed. I ordered me some Indian food. I was just chilling, relaxing. 2 hours of just, I was like, oh my God. And yeah, let me just get right into it. Um, it's an all-star season this time around. So all the people who are competing, they've been on the show before, and some of them, well, one of them actually won the show before, which is Bret Michaels. Now he chose to come back. I didn't even think it was a bad decision because why not if you want to compete? But then again, thinking about it, no, he was wrong. He shouldn't have. He should not have came back because. Do y'all see my shirt? Yeah, gotta represent for my city. Um, yeah, I just thought, but we're gonna get to that. First of all, they had to pick the teams, and Bret Michaels and Trace Adkins because they performed the best in the previous seasons of their own respective seasons. They got to pick their team like you're in physical education and you have two people and they pick, oh, I pick Susie and I pick Michael and I pick Ngozi, whoever. That's how that happened. So Bret Michaels, he picked all the black folk. It was a chocolate team, but it was like yes, because I don't even give a fuck about the other team. So like this, I have one team I can definitely root for because I'm here for Latoya. I'm here for Lil Jon. I'm here for Omarosa and Dennis and Claudia. That's cool. Okay, you know what I mean? I ain't complaining because I loved it. I loved that it was a black team because I was like, yes, because I was thinking about Donald Trump was like, yo, we're not going to do women versus men. So here I am thinking, what is he going to do? I thought maybe in my mind black versus white, but black versus white, but of course you could never do that because you can't do that. That's racist. So for that to actually then happen, it was like yes, yes, and of course it was Brandy, Playboy model with the E, and Bret also on that team, and then the other team, Stephen Baldwin, who actually he looks a bit cute. I had to Google him. I knew Alec Baldwin, and Trace Atkins, Lisa Rinna, Penn Jillette. No, I can actually name them. Gary Busey, and I don't even know, Mary Lou something. Yeah, I'm not too fond of this team. I don't know this team. D. Snyder. Yeah, it's just old white guys like, and they win the most of the time. So I don't even understand why is they boring. It's like they don't bring the flavor to the show quite like I need it. So they picked the teams, and those were the teams the way I named them. But you can also, yeah, you can look that up. I'm trying to be fast. I'm trying to get 10 minutes. So, then the task was to raise money, which is pretty much every first task of Celebrity Apprentice is raising money, and they had to do meatballs, and I thought Brandy was gonna go home because Brandy went down on her knees and she was begging. She was begging Bret, please, please let me take this task. I want to do this. I'm gonna kill it. And Bret was like, yo, but And then Omarosa, she already knew. Let me just say, I think. I personally think it's not a good decision that you let her be the project manager because you want to prove to him that it was the right decision to come back even though you won. So Omarosa already plays that. She calculate way back. She thinks slick. Like if I'm gonna be on the show and she go, ooh, I'm gonna have to think triple times before I do something because the bitch is one step ahead. I thought that was brilliant. I thought it was. My only concern is with Omarosa, and she's too evil right now. Like she's too vicious, and people are not gonna like her. So once she slips, once she one tiny little mistake, they all gonna turn on her because they don't like her. So she can't slip. She can't afford to do anything in any kind of way because they gonna bring her back and drag her. So that is my only fear when I feel like Omarosa. You need some like Star Jones. She had some alliance. You know what I mean? The people liked her. She was like a wolf with the sheep clothing. But Omarosa's like New York. She's like, I'm a wolf. You see me coming, and it's like that's dangerous. It's dangerous, and these never win. The bitches never win. If you're being the evil bitch, they keep you around till the final few episodes, and then you eliminate. You know what I mean? So, Omasis, slow down. But I love you. You're still my favorite, so it's all good. Um, what did I note down? Yes, I like the fact that Nikki Taylor came back, the model from the season with Star Jones. I thought that was cute. I thought it was cool to see her. It was really quick. It was like a few seconds, but she came back. And then they raised the task, and Trace Atkins and his team, or Trace Atkins decides we're not gonna do a public thing. We're just gonna get the big fish. And I thought that was okay, risky, but I thought he was so confident and so laid back. I guess he just knew he had big money. He had big checks coming in. So do you think? Well, Brandy, I knew she was gonna lose because Trey, he was so laid back. I knew he had money, and these country people, they got money. John Rich from the season before, I don't know why this, but then I do because they sell records like fuck, and they don't live the lavish life, spending on ice and purple whatever laced cars with rims and 5-inch stilettos and shit. They don't do that. The country acts. They seem more modest, except for you like a Dolly Parton or something. So I guess maybe that's where you had the money. Um, yeah. So both of the teams, you could already tell Trace got this in the bag. And then of course, oh my God, Lil Jon and Bret Michaels went to Kelly and Michael and into Penn Jillette and somebody went from the other team, and they brought the meatballs. But of course, um, Lil Jon and you know, Lil Jon and uh Lil Jon and Brad Michaels had the better ones because they actually cared about it. They sold it to the public. So that was pretty much how it happened. Then it went to the boardroom, and then I was already excited as hell because it was like, oh my God, still 40 minutes, and all for the boardroom because usually sometimes the boardroom is not that long, but the boardroom is the best. It's the best. It's everything. Okay, the test can be funny, but the boardroom is that's where everything happens. Like that's where shit goes down. So I was just excited that happened. And pretty much Omarosa, she just knew what she was doing. She played them all out, and I was like, please not a black person getting eliminated. I was like, oh my God, I know it's so racist, but I was like, please, a white person gotta go home. And it was like, but then I love both Bret and Brandy, so I was like, oh my God, but I think he should have double fired them. No, because obviously nobody can stay. So double fire them, and I hope Brandy gets eliminated the next time the black team is on the line, so we can have an all chocolate team. That's what I want to see, an all pure chocolate team. Maybe I'm rooting for that, so I hope that's going to happen. Other than that, at the end of the day, Omarosa, yeah, that was a big. We're gonna go 15 minutes. I'm sorry. It was big drama. Omarosa, she was the accountant. She was the cashier, and she had to collect. She had to note down who raised the most money, and Brandy gave her the responsibility. Now I thought it's okay to be like, yo, that is your job. I delegate you, so you have to know. But then I also get the point. If my ass is on the line, I need to know for sure who raised what and what amount of money. You know what I mean? So I give both points. Either way, Omarosa is not to blame because Omarosa, I mean, she just did her job. She didn't. She, you know, she like. But then again, I would have brought back Omarosa maybe for the reason, maybe for the reason that she's vicious, that she's mean, people don't get along with her, and that will hurt and harm the dynamic. I would have done that, but Brandy was too scared to do that. So yeah. Um, the Pierce. Oh my God, Pierce had yeah. It's this review scattered. Pierce had so much personal vendetta against Omarosa. Let me know which team you on. Team Pierce, Team Omarosa. Clearly, Team Omarosa because I think he needs to let that shit go. And if I were Omarosa, I would have doubted his credibility as a judge if he's that personally invested and still holding a grudge from years and years ago. And those things that might have been said were said in a competition context, in a competition environment. So I think he should let that go. And I didn't like that. So I thought, I don't know, Pierce is shady, man. And I thought I like him because I like a show on CNN, but Omarosa got him right together. He was like, this is not CNN. And at the end of the day, Donald Trump be making the decision, okay? So he got him in check. So that was, he handled that. So that was cool. Um, yeah, there's not much to say about Trace team. They won, obviously, so they raised the most of the money. Brandy, project manager, she brought back Bret and LaToya. Now I'm thinking, why LaToya? Why do you seriously think he's gonna fire LaToya? That showed me how like she had no. If I were Brandy, you get somebody that's on your side. So maybe you get Claudia because you be like, yo, Claudia, we gonna team up and then we gonna tag team Brad. Or you gonna get Omarosa because you're gonna be like, yo, Omarosa causing a lot of havoc, causing a lot of problems, causing a lot of issues. Let me let's get Omarosa out the game. Or you be like Dennis Rodman, because Dennis Rodman, whatever, he had to be asked. He didn't do nothing by himself. But LaToya, and you know they not gonna eliminate LaToya on the first episode. Because that's LaToya. We want to see LaToya Jackson. I mean, me personally, I watched because of LaToya Jackson. So if she would have been eliminated, of course you got to think about that. So Bret Michaels, of course she was going to bring him back. At the end of the day, I knew it was going to be between them. I suspected Brandy was going to get eliminated, but at the end, I think it was justified that Bret was eliminated because he just failed. Bottom line, he didn't raise a lot of money. He wanted to be project manager, and then he said he reached all out and went all in. So that means, had he been a project manager, he wouldn't have raised not like. Come on, it's like. So Brandy had to stay, and she raised a lot of money. It would have been very sour to. Oh my! You see my hair? It would have been very sour for that to happen. Okay, I have 30 seconds. Yeah, that was my review of Celebrity Apprentice Season 6, All-Star Season, Episode 1. Check it out. Check it out online or catch the rerun or wherever you live. Just try to watch it. It's fucking amazing. I loved it. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe. You give me thumbs up and comment and share and stay tuned for my next video. This is Malcolm Music, and stay tuned for interviews on my other channel, Malcolm Music, with upcoming one is NECA. So I love you.